it's Nicole and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a slight hodgepodge of a continuation of the last vlog that I did here on my channel, which was a frog or finish video. If you have not checked that out, I invite you to do so. I will link it up at the eye at the beginning of this video. This is going to kind of carry over and segue into this video just because it was kind of a long one, but it was too long to make into one video. This is going to be a projects that I made during the week, some things that I found along the way, some hauls, some Hobie, some big twist finds. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, but it's going to be a hodgepodge. But what would this channel be without chaos? So yeah, stick around and stay to the end. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell, because who wouldn't want to be notified of the chaos? So essentially we kind of did get a lot done, even though it feels like that I didn't film squat, which I know I didn't, and I'm sorry. So make it up next time. Okay, so now that I have proof that I actually use the yarn that I buy on clearance, I bought more yarn. I actually have 3 things sitting here. First of all, I really want to open this. I absolutely love Passionate Kelsey. She is my favorite YouTuber and influencer, I'm sure, as well as many of you. And I recently was able to get one of her scrunchies, and actually, oops, as I almost stabbed my eye with my knife. Let's just go to scissors. I was able to grab one of her scrunchies on her huge scrunchie drop that she just did last weekend before, I'm not sure. But I got her mystery scrunchie, and she did pack everything on live, and when she did mine, I looked away because I didn't want to see it. And if I understood correctly, it's going to be one of the Juicy Couture new colors that were released right before Joann's closed. So, and honestly, I don't know if I'm ever going to use it. It just might sit on my desk or on my wall because it's from Kelsey. So I absolutely love her. She's actually live right now doing her July drop, which I want to go watch that. All right, what color did I get? What color did I get? Ah, it's the one I wanted. Yay! Okay, so this is the yellow. I don't remember what the color is called. Oh my god, I love it so much. I love it so much. This is actually the color that I wanted. She had a basket made of this yellow, a green, and then a pink. And this was the one that I was hoping that I would get, so that excites me. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to use this or put it on my shelf. Anyway, next was Facebook Marketplace got me. I look for yarn all the time, but when I buy yarn, I get real fussy with it. Like, it has to be, let's put it this way. I won't buy yarn on Facebook Marketplace unless it is still factory wrapped in plastic. That way I know it has been protected. And I got really lucky and I found this listing and I started looking at it, and it was actually the lady that was one of the cashiers / managers at the Joann store that closed that I always went to. So it was so funny because we recognized each other as soon as I picked it up, and we started talking a little bit. So it was a little bittersweet, and it was a little bittersweet. She had listed Baby Bear, and I was like, oh my god, Baby Bear. And she only wanted, let me think for a second. She had 20 skeins in the color Toffee, 7 skeins in the color Shrimp, and 1 skein in the color Bubblegum. And she was only asking $3 a skein for them, or $80 for the whole lot. And as much as I wanted to buy all of them, I just knew in my heart that I did not want to bring 20 skeins of brown yarn into this house. So with that being said, I got 4 of the Big Twist Baby Bear in Toffee at $3 a piece, and 4 of the shrimp color, which is like a warm pink color. Those were all $3 each. And then the 1 ball of the bubble gum that she had was actually in plastic still. This is bubble gum, right? No. Strawberry smoothie. I grabbed that one too because it looks like a bubblegum pink, but this is strawberry smoothie. So that's like the color difference. This is more of a vibrant pink. This is more of a muted pink. So this was a splurge. This was a $27 haul, which I will pay all day. Especially now knowing that the new Posh is not Posh. But I love the Cozy Cub. So I'm completely in on the Cozy Cub. I will use that hands down. And that you can pair with the Cozy Cub. So, love it. And then lastly, Hobie sucked me in for the very first time. I have never ordered from Hobie before, but I have always looked at their yarns when they come out, and I've always drooled at their colorways because they can do a variegated yarn. I mean, and I got sucked in on 2 of them from their Halloween line. However, I have no flippin' clue what I'm gonna do with them. One I do, the other one I don't. The other one I'm actually a little scared of. So the first one that I got is the Hobie, no crap, Halloween Twister. This, does it say? It's a 55% cotton, 45% acrylic, number 2 fine weight. What color are we? Well, crap, doesn't say. Hold on. This is the Halloween Twister in the color Pumpkin Smash. So center starts yellow and then it's brown variegated out. This sucker was $30. I don't know. Maybe I just have expensive taste, or maybe I'm just cheap. So I have an idea what we're gonna do with this one. Hopefully it works out the way that we want. If not, we'll just frog it, ball it, and use it for something else. The other one that I got was the Halloween Dahlia. Look at this color. Oh my god. The color of this is what did it for me on this one. I don't think... Oh, it does have a name. It's color number 101, and this is called Freaky Nightmare. What scares me about this yarn is it is gonna split like crazy. But that's all right. I did get 2 of these though. I want to make some type of a shirt with this, but I don't know if I want to do like a raglan style or if I just want to do like cropped with some long sleeves. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but the colors took me over, and there is 874 yards in one of these cakes. So that's like 1,700 and some odd yards, which is a lot, providing you use the right hook. So if I really size it up, maybe, now I need to see, where's my hook at? Look at that though, like it's really splitty. That scares the crap out of me. I don't know though. Just straight out of the gate, I'm using a 5mm and just trying to do like a little granny square kind of situation, like first round, keeping it really loose. I guess it, oh, as I was gonna say, I guess it isn't splitting, it actually split. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Maybe we can do a raglan with this. Could we do a raglan with it? I definitely have enough yardage here to do a raglan with it. But I mean, a 5mm, it recommends, it's a number 2 fine, it recommends a 4mm. I just used a 5, and it's not too bad. All right, I'm just gonna leave that sit right there with a little taggy tag. All right, so that's that. That is our 2 skeins. These were $15 each, and this guy was $30. I don't know. I think I have an idea for him though. So maybe we have something fall and Halloween coming up in the future. I'm not sure. I'm not going to hold myself to it, but I really want to use these yarns because I love the variegation. Let's just hope the project we pick works, and if you have any recommendations, let me know. One last thing. You can't see it. I have been major, oh there, you can a little bit, all right and through here. I've been major purging, cleaning, trying to get some stuff pulled out for my markets. I got confirmation on my first 2. However, they're both not until November, so I don't have anything till November, and that kind of scares me because I was hoping to have more. So I pulled out all of my market stuff, and I have probably next to no stuffies whatsoever. So we have to get on a stuffy, plushy amigurumi making train. So maybe it's a blessing that I don't have anything so far scheduled until November. On the flip side, I have a lot of other novelty items in way excess of, such as bandanas, kitchen towel holders, coffee sleeves, so much of those. So anyways, what I did this week was I have an Excel, not an Excel, a Google sheet on my phone. If I see a pattern on Instagram or Pinterest or something, I write it down if I want to make it or try it to see if it'll work with my market. So I made a sheet on of all the patterns that I really want to make, with who the designer is and where I found it, whether it's Instagram, Pinterest, blog, YouTube, etc. So when my brain can't decide what I want to do, I put all of those patterns on a sticky note and stuck it in a jar. So maybe here and there, I have already done one. Oh, that's another thing that I made this week that I didn't include. My little 80s rooster. No, we're going to call him the 90s rockin' rooster on a sling. Pulled one out of here, and that was my pull this week. So I wanted to make a rooster. I wanted to make a swing. But yeah, I found this colorful yarn, and I made his, what's that called, a comb? I made his comb the same thing. So we're going to call him my 90s rooster. He's my Lisa Frank inspired rooster. So I made him this week too on top of everything else. So maybe it really was more productive than what I anticipated. Plus I had 2 Etsy orders that I made this week too. I gotta pat myself on the back and give myself more credit. So future editing me just goes to show you how chaotic life can be. This video, I apologize, is going to be a little pieced together. When playing this back and editing, right in this moment, I realized that I lost a piece of video footage. And when I was like, oh, this was another thing that I made this week. And I realized, well, poo, at the very beginning, it showed my stack from my Frogger finish video with my elephant, which tied back to my last video. It didn't show the other two things that I made, and I was a little bummed because I was very proud of those two things. So, insert video footage, because this, you guys should all recognize this. This was from the how many does it make video, and this is that mouse pattern, and I told you guys I had to try this, that little teeny tiny mouse. Here, let me go grab it. Okay, hold on. Remember these that we made in the how many does it make video using the Dollar Tree yarn? And I said I had to make it in the bigger yarn. I made it in the bigger yarn. And I made it in the Burnett Extra, the big, the really super bulky, big. I think this is the size 7. This is the extra, not the Burnett blanket, the extra, the next size up one. I had a partial skein of this in my stash from making a super big chunky loaf cat for somebody, and I had just enough left to do this, and I think I might even have enough left to do one more because it really didn't take that much. So we made a giant mouse. It's freaking huge. But I had to share this because I remembered, if y'all have been following me and you saw that video, you would recognize this mouse. So we made a giant mouse. And I did a pattern test this week, and this is the Moo Pattern. And this pattern was officially released, and this is the cutest little Moo Pattern. I will say this is not a no-sew pattern. All 4 legs are actually sewed on, and so is the head. So it is a fairly sewing intensive pattern, and not being a very good sewer, I actually didn't have an issue with it, but I had to share because it is a really cute cow, and can we just appreciate the little tail for a second? So this was also another make that I made this week, and I really wanted to share, but I will link to this pattern down below too. So we have one ginormous mouse and one tiny little moo. So back to your regular scheduled programming. Anywho, amigurumi jar. With life being so overwhelming and so much going on, I might just start randomly pulling from this and just crocheting something in here and putting it in my amigurumi bag for my markets, because there's so many that I want to do and I can never make up my mind with what I want to start with. So this is going to tell me what I'm going to start with. And that's what it told me this week whenever I did that, because it was bird on a swing, because I have none of them. My last one was a ghost on a swing, and it sold in January. How a ghost on a swing sold at a January market, I have no idea, but she fell in love with it and had to have it. So with also that being said, don't ever take for granted that a ghost won't sell in January. That is where I'm going to call this vlog done. There's a lot here that I need to pack and put away. There is a lot sitting behind me that I need to go through and get ready. I've got this video that I need to edit. I still have to edit, I did film, but I still have to edit the tutorial for my Crow Boo Boo. The video's done. The tutorial's done. I just need to do the final editing stages of it, which is typing in each round. So I need to do that. And then I think my next 2 videos in the making are going to be another one of how many will it make with the Dollar Tree. I have several new patterns that I have archived from all of these fantastic videos that everybody is doing with the Instagram challenges here on YouTube. They're phenomenal. So I think I might start on that one next because that will help me with the market. I'm going to keep going with my jar, and I think I'm going to start a themed video. And on top of all of that, everything, I'm waiting for one more thing for the sunflower micro crochet kits, and then that will be finalized with the pattern, and the pattern will be here on my YouTube. I will have the full tutorial free for anyone. The kits are just going to be a small kit if you want the materials to do it. That's all. So if you already have them materials, you don't need, it's just an add-on. But the video tutorial will be here on my channel. So with that being said, I have more than enough on my plate right now that I feel that I need to tackle, and my ADHD isn't going in hyperdrive. I'm going to go get some lunch, and I have a lot to do. So until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.